So, where do people put state in general? So, a very obvious and first choice for most of the developers is to put it in a component, like in a smart component. So it's pretty okay. It makes this component sort of reusable because you can just copy paste the directive and put it somewhere else. However, this is not like the best solution. Is because first of all, this component becomes very tightly coupled with your state, and it also doesn't help you in case of having a multiple components. So let's think about the better place. So we can see that both components have a dependency on the service. So this is where most of the people go and do it. So when you go here and you can say, okay, so I have a component that you recall from the previous sessions that gets all users from the client, from the GitHub API. And now what I can do is to just introduce a subject, like behavior subject is a very common case. So let's have a look how it would look like. It would look something like this. Obviously, I would need to change my interface. But in general, in nutshell, it's a little bit more reactive, and it's because we do not load the data on demand. We actually let it be asynchronous. So we would change the get all method into load all method, then we would call like a client on it, and we would use a tap, which is a side effect function, to actually update the subject on the next. And then maybe you would use some sort of show replay or something, not to call it multiple times. There is also a couple of things like whether you would actually return void and subscribe right into it, or you would return a subscription and let your component to subscribe. But either case, this is not where I would like to go. So in order to achieve this approach, you need a subject. And there's nothing wrong about the subject. Actually, they're pretty cool and awesome. The only problem is, I think we violate single responsibility principle. The reason is, what is this service doing? Is this service managing the state, or is this service calling to get the data? So it does both. Whenever you answer two of those questions, like what is this class doing, and you can answer it with and in between or two reasons for existing of this class, you violate the single responsibility principle. So this is not the best way. So if you're really curious about what is a better way, wait for the next video.